Ciao and welcome. I've got my beloved cooker, which I use a lot in my tortellino channel, and the light in the oven keep blowing. I think I must have made the manufacturers of light bulbs very rich, because initially it was going blowing maybe once every 2 months, 3 months, then once a month, then once a week. So I've got fed up because now it's arrived to the point where I put a new bulb in and just as soon as I turn it on, it just goes. So I'm going to buy the bullet and I'm going to try and fix it. So first things first, and I'm going to switch the electrics off, which is very important, of course. And now my oven is totally isolated. I'm going to show you the inside. Most ovens are the same in this respect. There is a glass cover which, if you unscrew it anti-clockwise, it should just come off. And actually this is going to be a good opportunity for us to clean it there.
Yeah, I'll give it a scrub.
Yeah, and you can see there is some rubbish which will stop the light, so that will be cleaned. And here is my latest victim and casualty. So take it out, and I'm going to ask Julie to get inside a little bit more. Julie, can you get in there?
You want me to get in the oven, dear?
Yes, I need your head in the oven. And just get my phone.
That's his excuse, and he's sticking to it.
Yes. So here is the inside of my oven, and you will see that it's all very rusty and all very, very black, and it needs a good clean. Okay, this is where the light bulb screws in, and then this little knobbly bit at the end is where the other bit of the light bulb touches. Anyway, I'm tired already. The whole thing is really black and rusty and needs a good clean. 9 times out of 10, the reason why things do go wrong is because of moisture and dust. What happens is that the dust accumulates and it deposits itself on electrical components, especially inside an oven. If you think about it, you're doing your Sunday roast, or in my case lots of lasagna, and there is a lot of vapor, and that vapor will create moisture, of course, and it deposits itself on top of the rust, and then eventually it, not the dust, eventually it will rust away. And you've got a perfect combination for a short circuit. So what I need to do though, I need to take the oven out and get to the back so that I can get a little bracket out and give it a good clean.
And do you need my help for that, dear?
Definitely.
Do you need my muscles?
I do, yes.
I'll put this down then. You've got to lift that front up.
This is very heavy, and it's about 12 years old, but has got wheels.
So welcome to a whole new world behind the
yes.
oven.
And it's got wheels, so it should be okay to...
Oh, look at some of my Christmas decorations that fell and smashed. Look, bits have got behind there, look.
Yes.
Wow. It's a whole new world.
As you'd expect, there is a whole new world in here, but nothing that is unexpected.
I don't think it's too bad.
No, it's not
I
too
have a
bad.
vague recollection of taking this out once before, but I can't imagine why that was.
I think it's because we tiled it.
It's all clean. I'm going to give the back a bit of a hoover.
Having moved the cooker out, I can now get to the back panel and start removing some of the screws which hold this panel here. It looks like everything is attached, so I'm aiming to remove this as well to be able to remove this panel. So there's only one more screw here. That's perfect. And here it comes. Let me show you. Already you can see signs of a short circuit. This is exactly opposite to where the light bulb is here. You can see that there's been some, clearly some damage done to the panel. Nothing that clearly is a problem, but indicating that there is a short circuit going on. So this is the fitting which I need to clean and it needs to come out. But before I start, as I will be disconnecting it, I always think it's good practice to take a picture so that I don't have to remember, and I can always go back to my camera to see what color wires goes where. So job done. So I've managed to disconnect the bracket from the mounting of the stove. I'll show you what I've done in a moment, but at the moment I'm just disconnecting the little cables so that I can go and catch it from the front. Let's go to the other side. And this should just come off now, easily. There it is.
Ooh.
And let me show you. See these little clips here? I had to press them down with a screwdriver so that then I was able to push it out. And when I put it back in, I will have to put them back the other way. So not straightforward, but a little bit of patience, and it came off quite easily. So now that I've got this off, I can give it a good clean. So now that I've got the guilty party out, I can easily work with it. And I'm going to show you the inside, which is clear. And Julie, can you come closer with the camera, please? So can you see all of the blackness? That is years of clearly dust accumulation and creating obviously that moisture that I was talking about earlier. And I suspect one day I will have to replace this part because this is all one part. But for the purpose of today, I'll give it a good clean, and hopefully will last another couple of years before I would then replace this. This is made of ceramic, so that withstands very high temperatures. So I've got a few files in here. I'll start with this one, and I'll give it a good clean, and then I'll see how it goes. But before I carry on, let me just show you something. This is the broken light bulb, and this is the live here. I'll show you this, and this is the negative. And the negative, once it's inside the little bracket, will go and touch this part here, and the live will touch this part here. So I'm gonna clean this with a file, as I said, whereas here I'm going to use my screwdriver and I'll go up and down a few times until I get it nice and clean. Anyway, I'll show you once it's done. So using my file and my screwdriver, I've been scratching the surface here, and
just around a little bit more towards me,
can
so
you
I can see.
Okay,
yeah.
And you can see that there's a little bit of shine from the metal now here and here as well. What I want to do next is to make sure that the connections are solid, so that electricity hasn't got to fight its way to light the bulb. So I will be applying a little bit of soldering wire both on this one here and this one here, so that almost give me like a new connection, and I'll show you how I do that. This is soldering paste, and I'm going to apply a little in here and some at the bottom as well. This is a very similar product to what plumbers use when they use copper pipes to do plumbing, although nowadays they all use plastic, of course.
A mini vise, that one, look at that.
And here is my little mini vise, and as Julie is videoing me, I would ask Julie to hold it, but as she's holding the camera, I'm going to use this instead, so that I can show you what I do. Soldering gun, let's see that is yeah, nice and hot. And here's my soldering wire. And I'll go inside and I'll heat the little part first. I'm now applying a little solder on the connection at the bottom, and you cannot see, but the temperature of the little knobbly bit need to raise for it to effectively melt the soldering wire. This reminds me of when I was a child, and I used forever fix things with soldering guns and electrics.
What did you mend?
All sorts. remote controls,
yeah.
fans, all sorts. Really.
Radios. Toys, I think. And I think you
Toys,
broke
yes.
a few toys while practicing and doing this when you were
When I had to
little.
learn. That is enough, actually. I can see I'm getting a little flash of new silver, which is all I need to ensure that there's a good connection. Also, I'm giving a good tidying up, because there could be some loose bits of here soldering, which I don't want in there, otherwise I'll create a new problem. And I've finished. I've put a new coating of soldering both on the side, and I've gone back and done a little bit more at the bottom. And,
Yeah, I can see the shiny bits, yeah.
They're looking pretty good. This little ring here is what will enable the light bulb to be screwed on, which I took it off earlier. So I'm going to be putting this in place, and then we will test it before I put it back in the stove. This has got a little thread in here, which is also where this ceramic base has got a thread. So I'll need to make sure that it goes in, and then I can turn it clockwise so that it's in place. Admittedly, it was a little bit fiddly, but it's in now, and I will be pressing these two little clips here so that it's locked in position. And I'll just try the light bulb first to make sure that everything works fine. Yep, it's going in, no problem at all. Let's take it out. Wonderful. And I'm ready to put it back in the oven. But before I do that, I don't know, I might be wasting my time, but as I've got this out and I've been talking about moisture, I've got a hairdryer, so I thought it'd be a good idea to just give it a little blast in case there is any moisture left, and at least I'll have tried. And while I'm at it, I will also give the back of my stove a little go with the hairdryer to ensure that, again, if there is any moisture, at least it will dry, because it's the only opportunity I've got at the moment. And Julia's given everything a good hoover and clean, and I'm happy that it's pretty good. So I'll just do this area here with the hairdryer, which is where the light bulb fitting goes in, and then we'll put it together again. And I'm ready to put everything back together. So this came out from the front earlier, so it will need to go back in from the front. And I've got this little knobbly bit here, which indicates where you need to slot over here. Julie, can you see the little indentation?
I can.
So I'm going to go in so that I don't get it wrong. And push it in.
Well, that was a lot easier than taking it out.
So back to my phone, I've got the green on the top, which is the earth. Then I got the blue on the right, which is the neutral, and the black one, which is the live on the left. So that's a good reminder. When I was a young lad, I would have just gone and done it because my memory was a lot better. But as you get older, I find that actually something that I did half an hour ago, I need to go and look again. And it's not a bad practice really when you're working with things like this, to just making double share really. So there you go. They're back in place now. And they're nice and secure. So I'll put the rest together, the metal frame on the outside, and then we will put the stove in place and see what it's like.
Are you happy with that?
Yep. This is the last one, and then we can put it back together.
You mean put it back in place?
Yeah, put it back in place.
I need to yank it out a bit further so I can hoover the other bit. I wouldn't mind having a quick mop on the floor there. I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'd like to just have a quick mop.
Can you just come closer here, please? Can you see this is where the problem was? We have a theory that maybe there was a spillage of something from up here.
There's a hole. You can see so I can actually remember something going wallop and falling through there. So, and obviously then it's come through there, and that's awfully close. So maybe that was the problem in the first place.
Maybe, but one way or another, it's either moisture or water. Right. So what do you want to do?
I think it needs to go in, and then it can twist and come this way a little bit.
Yep.
Once it's in.
And in it goes again. As if nothing ever happened. And before I turn the electrics back on, obviously I need to put a new light bulb, and we also cleaned the little glass cover. This is really important because this is toughened glass, and without it the light bulb will not last very long. But lovely and clean, so that'll give it lots of light. If it works.
Fingers crossed, everyone.
You want coming in, Julie, please?
Yeah.
So here is my fitting, and in I go with my light bulb and the cover. And it goes clockwise this time. Perfect. It's nice in position.
And nice and clean.
And nice and clean. And I'll close the door. I'll turn the power back on. Yep, it's back on again. And let's try. Ready?
Let me come nice and low so I can see you there. Hey!
Let's turn it on just a second.
Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
And it works. Wonderful. So let's turn it off, on, off, on. I could be here all day doing that.
Yeah, we'll have lots of fun, won't you?
And we'll turn it off again. Right, and
turn the oven off?
Is done. Yes, thank you, Julie.
Save a bit of energy.
And hopefully it's been entertaining for you. If you want to see what I'll be cooking next, go along or across to my other channel, Tortellino Time, and you will see how I use the oven with the light on. Arrivederci e grazie. Ciao ciao.